Oh, sorry, I can't show you the chat because it would just be it'd be too much. So here we go, guys. After a short delay, game number 3 on the new map of the day. It will be BioDome. Imagine starting up an atmosphere. Here we go. Starting out with a 1-4 split. One headed to filtration as the rest go through Agri Labs. And it looks like we might actually see an early Gorge, or B1's a little bit stuck.
Yeah, I think B1's just a little bit stuck. Golden opening with a early second IP. Mendas taking a 1v3 here in Bamboo Pass, losing it ever so slightly. And Sammy G trying to clean up. Oh, man.
Sammy G did a good job of chipping off that one. No, I'm sorry. B1 actually died to Wob. So Sammy G didn't even get the kill for that.
Right, he was low enough that the Skull guy accidentally bit him and finished him off. Mendas getting ambushed by Malga here in Gallery. Alkali on the res node in seeding. And we've got pressure into Agri Labs as well as filtration from Multi.
Yeah, I like that they're capping Ice and Volk in here, making their way to cap Agri Labs. That'll, stop the potential forward pressure for grabbing res for Imagine. Aliens fighting outside of filtration, taking down Ulti pretty easily here. We've got Malga waiting on top of the canopy against Mindas, who doesn't have much to do in here but build.
We're going to see 5 Skull Crusher in Agri. They've got to stop building that node and start shooting.
They got some decent shots down there. Ancestral and Wob still low, as Hyvel was killed almost immediately after coming into the room. But that's a big win for them because they're going to be able to pull off Agri and build that up. And the Marines are right now still building at Canopy, so they're not getting amazing res flow this early into the game. They do have a double IP and have gone Arms Lab early.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see Wob harassing the base a little bit here maybe, just chilling out in the lobby. Golden probably going to pick him off. Not a lot going for Marine pressure right now, though. They really need to get up into filtration and start denying that area.
This is more time, though, with Wob not dying so quickly here and Golden having to fight after him. It's more time for them to not be doing upgrades. So you're just delaying the upgrade time for Armor 1 or Weapons 1, another 15, 20, 30 seconds.
Ooh, B1 taking Valk there in a 1v2 and seeding. That node's going to go down, but Sammy G and Ulti winning the fight up in Agri is going to allow them to put pressure on.
Absolutely, and no Drifter in here, so they won't lose a Drifter, but that Harvester was placed. So that's a little bit unfortunate for them because that is going to slow their income down. But the aliens have done a pretty good job of slowing the Marine income down as well. Malga grabbing an upgrade over here. It looks like Malga's going to go for regen. Kind of interesting.
Absolutely. I mean, Malga chewing on hydroponics, Valk getting seeding back up, Icefelt potentially saving Canopy. With the aliens only on 2 nodes, the Marines are looking pretty good, actually. Keeping the aliens on 2 res nodes is, that's pretty much optimal. That's exactly what you want to happen on Marines. It slows everything down to a snail's pace. All your upgrades can come up before the fades. Lurks will leave you, at 1-1, potentially 2-1 if you do extremely well. So the Marines are looking really strong here.
Yeah, they're especially looking strong because they're beyond that early pressure the aliens were able to win and take down some nodes. Now they're really pressuring Agri Labs. They've cleared it once. They're coming in to clear it again. They've got Canopy back up. They've got seeding and hydroponics going. But now there's double lurks. And because they only just now got Armor 1 and that Wep 1, is researching, this is a strong position for the aliens to be in.
Right off the bat, though, you see Wob get pretty low, get put out of commission, back to heal, and but luckily for the aliens, very luckily, the Skulk got in, got a frag, and then the Lurk cleaned up. Usually you would see the Marines win that fight, but they were armored down, and no weapons won quite yet.
Mindas getting picked off just outside of Canopy.
Just as it was looking great for the Marines, it's starting to turn back around for the aliens.
Well, and that's what the Lurks do. They're a higher life form. They add a little more maneuverability. They are, faster themselves anyway to get across the map and defend these res nodes. So absolutely, they should be a little bit towards the advantage. It's like Marines getting armor 1. Wob's got to be really careful, though. He's playing very aggressively, getting in for the bites, but also at the same time taking damage. Malga's going to work on that res node, and with double Marines having to spawn in, he might be able to get that down in time, as AgriLabs is now going up for the aliens.
Winning the fight there in Canopy at the natural res node against 2 Marines, that's not easy to do, and that was a pretty big win for the aliens. That delayed them quite a bit. As the Marines, you really don't want that happening. Looks like, though, Icefeld's getting crushed over in Hydroponics by 2 Lurks and a Skull. That node's going to go down. Falls is getting built up, but it looks like the Lurks are going to respond to that fairly soon.
Yeah, and the aliens are now spreading over to platform. I'd like to see more alien teams spread to platform earlier. A lot of Marines don't necessarily survey platform until around the 4 or 5 minute mark in some cases. I mean, yes, they're ulti and gunner headed over here now, but I think they had an opportunity to get a kind of a free res node up for a couple minutes while the pressure was happening on the right side of the map.
Absolutely. Mendas getting a team kill on Valk there and Falls was pretty funny, but woof.
Sorry about
We've
that.
got dogs.
We've got dogs. They're excited. They are really seeing what's going on here. Falls going down to the Lurk and Malga the Skulk. And, you know, Infestation just spreading rapidly. Imagine wasting no time to get that Infestation across this map.
Yeah, I mean, the aliens are really starting to take control of this map. Falls being taken. Filtration AgriLabs have been up for quite a while without any aggression being put on them. And it looks like the aliens are probably going to go for a base hit here. Maybe snipe the arms lab through gallery. Right now, 2 Lurks and a Skull.
This is the perfect time to do it. The OBS was just dropped by the commander. Wait for him to
They're
get out
going
of
for
the
the
chair.
chair.
No, they're not even going to wait for him to get out of the chair. They're going to go straight for it. There's only 1 Marine able to head back from seating right now. And Mindas is running back with a shotgun in hand. The Skulk working with the Lurks. But it's going to be too little too late, I think. They've just got to stay on it. Oh, why didn't they stay on it?
Oh, man. They could have gone for the win there, but they may have lost just both Lurks and not gotten the win. So they just decided to play the safe route.
20% though. Get to the side of the chair. Oh, man.
Yeah, but with Golding logging out and a shotgun nearby, there was just a chance that they would have lost both Lurks, and that would have been just huge.
The Lurks do potentially get away, but they have to get through 1 more Marine. Ulti here
And they know,
in the north.
they know.
Yeah, they know he's there, even though they don't have the Parasite. And Zestral has more health. He's going to try to make the gun for it. Able to get out. Malga coming in to defend, taking him out. It's going to allow both Lurks to get back and save
Regeneration.
themselves.
Regeneration there, really helping those Lurks out, go from pretty low to about half HP and around the health level that you can survive a cut like that.
All right, cleaning up over here on platform. Got 1 Marine Ice making his way over into Agri. He's got a shotgun. I think he's hoping to just kind of get that snipe hit. But they've also got Falls. So the aliens are about to move up to 4 Harvesters to the Marines' 5 Extractors. And we are just not very long away from those fades as Phase Tech is just being started. See Metabolize being grabbed as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is just excellent play from iMAGINE. Their Skulks are doing their job, the Lurks are staying alive, and the pressure is just getting torn apart. We could see something big happen here in Agri, though. 3 shotguns pushing it, and they could definitely get all of this down. And with Golden's Phase Tech and Armor 2 coming up, they could get a PG in Agri.
Yeah, this is an opportunity again, though. If they can get past Mindas here, which they just did, go
Mendas
for
missing
it.
some unlucky shots
Lurk
there.
coming back to base. This is a great opportunity for them to hit something. You got 1 Lurk and Skulk over on the OBS. Golden coming out of the chair. No one really hurting. Malga's going to finish off the OBS. And Phase Tech is lost. Now working on the IP is Golden dies. Mindas coming back to defend. And that was a good win for those Lurks.
That Ancestral has to die. He just has to. There's
Oh,
no way he's
almost
getting out of there.
didn't.
There was just no way. Valk had him cut him by reactors, a shotgun and an LMG cutting him and seating. It just wasn't going to happen for him there. Those are the kinds of risks that you make when you go for a base hit like that. And GODAR picked up a Lurk frag, so that was pretty good.
They picked up a Lurk frag, but the aliens took down the OBS and the Extractor at Canopy. They know that 1 IP is already pretty low. Malga's got full health. Gun coming around the corner. Can Malga finish him off? He gets some great bites in, but the med packs from Golden are too quick. And the obs is being rebuilt as the Marines have now cleared Falls.
Interestingly enough, Alcalde's up as a fade, but Malga isn't quite yet, I guess, because he was on the res. We'll probably see Malga fade up here pretty soon, along with B1 saving for the Onos. Godar is going to have to make some really, really good plays here pretty soon, because Phase Tech now back up, Falls going up, but they're going to be fighting one Lurk, soon to be 2 Lurks, and Zestral at 16p res, and 2 Fades, and an Onos.
Yeah, I think they've got good income. They haven't really lost anything of value beyond that Lurk. I think the Lurk helped a lot. These shotguns, though, these guys are playing pretty confidently now. They started a little rocky there at the beginning of the round, but I'm interested to see what happens here.
Godar's got to make plays, but it looks like IM is trying to hit the gate while hitting 2 res nodes. Both Marine Naturals are going down. Going to set them back to 2 RTs, and if they crush this gate, they're going to be on 2 RTs with no way to get back on the map.
And I don't think that's going to happen. Wob is really low. The fade was really low. Alcalde is going to, Ancestral is going to come in and try to do some damage. But now they've got the 3rd gate up, Infiltration. That's going to lock off the left side of the map. They're going to be able to cap 5 nodes without even having to really defend them. And that's going to put the aliens in a tough situation.
Yes,
Whoa!
but the commander just phased through, went down. The Falls PG went down. Seeding went down. B1's chewing on Falls. The Marines are going to be put on 2 nodes with 1 PG, and the commander's down.
Wow. I didn't see that blinking fast enough. Wasabi blind. Hashtag blind.
Well, it's not all bad. They are building filtration now. Gun, Sammy G, that is, putting pressure on platform. But they are going to lose Falls. Hydroponics is going up. Seeding is down. And no fade frags as of yet. So the fades are alive and kicking, with Ancestral at enough to go Lurk again, and B1 getting ever so close to that Onos PRS.
Golden choosing to go Cat Packs for Godar. I guess they're preparing for Onos. I think his timing's off a little bit. Probably could have gotten one other upgrade going before he went for the Cats. Hydroponics has been hive drop, but we're going to start getting pressure up at the main hive by 2 Marines. And I think that's the right play. I think, putting more pressure up on the alien hive, pulling some of those life forms back is exactly what they need to do to allow the Marines time to build up their upgrades a little more before really pushing in for the damage.
Valk and Icefeld have got to win this fight here. This is really crucial. They got to force these fades off, or maybe even frag one. And they do. That was excellent play, because they will stay alive. Filtration will not go down, and Falls is going to be built behind this. That was exactly what needed to happen. They stayed alive, they forced the fades off, and now iMAGINE has to rethink what they want to do here.
Yeah, taking Falls is great for them. That 3rd gate is important. Helps them, defend areas if they lose the gate up and fill. But now Hydroponics being built by a gorge with a tunnel connected back to atmosphere. So that's, allowing some strength for the aliens. Maybe not as strong as the Marines, but definitely not in a bad position still. They've got decent income. They're not far off of Onos for B1, and they haven't lost a fade yet.
It looks like they're looking to crush. Ooh, they're hitting Falls hard here, but that PG does have full armor. Marines phasing through. Those fades can't do anything to that PG. With full armor, they only do, I believe, 22, 23 damage per swipe, which is just nothing.
Yeah, you really need that Skulk to accompany you with even the Lurk. The Hive's done. That takes us to Biomass 4, which unlocks Umbra. So I would expect to see Hive be grabbing that anytime, especially since he's still got an active Lurk. How long will Ancestral stay? Gorge, not really sure. Valk and Icefeld
probably
pushing
to
back
support
in
the
atmosphere.
With BioBomb up and the Onos pretty close around the corner, you'll probably see the Gorge supporting the Onos and biling down the shotguns in the group pushes.
Yeah, Hive choosing to go for Shade Hive tech, which means that he's going to unlock things like Aura, which is going to allow those fades to really decide on, where they're going to go and how they're going to engage. That's a big win for those fades.
Sammy G taking down the Harvester and seeding pretty good as a solo LMG, although Hybel just redrops it right again. But you got to keep the aliens honest, keep them on 3 RTs. You let them go to 4 and 5, things get out of hand. Oh, Galdi getting super low. He's gonna go down here.
And they're running,
man.
they're trying to get in there. Oh, but in comes Malga from behind, and Alcalde with a very impressive runaway.
Oh man, that should have been a dead fade. That has got to hurt for GODAR. Now they're gonna get cleaned up here and lose both of these shotguns. That is just so upsetting.
But what happens
for any
behind
GODAR fans
this?
out there?
Gun takes down seeding. Alti and Mindas take down AgriLabs. They've now put the aliens down to 2 res nodes. I mean,
Absolutely.
I'd say losing 2 guns against that is probably a good play. BioDome has been researched. The Gorge is doing his damage here. Doesn't seem to be taking a lot of damage from Icefelt and Valk, and that's going to be to their own demise. But here comes Alti from behind, taking down that Gorge, and now they're going to save that gate. That's a big win for the Marines right there.
Alcalde and Malga getting so low there just against LMGs. If only the pistol shots were there, Malga would have died, and that would have been a huge win for them because now the Onos is up and things are about to get really difficult for the Marines.
Yeah, B1 is the Onos. He's going to be able to charge in there and do some serious damage, but he's also a big target to these cat-packed level 2 shotgunning.
Oh, the Marines are ready for it and they hear it coming. Could this be a dead fade?
Oh yeah,
it was
look,
not.
Valk is just waiting. He wants to get behind him, pick off
He's
the
gonna
Gorge.
get the Gorge.
Oh, what a
that's
great
a huge
play.
win. This could be a dead Onos. This could be a dead Onos.
Mindas has got to
they
try to
didn't
get
focus.
that ghosted armory. He can't, but look at the damage they put in on B1 there. Down to 45% with really just those 2 Marines dealing damage to him. Picking off the Gorge really early was the right play. Unfortunately, they didn't get any good shots on those fades or the lurk, and they did the damage needed in order to take this down.
Yeah, I think the Gorge snipe was good, but they needed to all quickly focus on the Onos after that, and it just didn't happen. If they 3 shotguns had quickly put all their shells into that Onos, that could have been an easy pick. I mean, the Onos was just exposed in the middle of the room. That was just really unfortunate for GODAR there because that was potentially a game-winning play.
A Robo has been placed just outside of Marine Start in the lobby. So we could be looking for the long play here with rolling arcs up to Hydro while all this damage is happening in the north. Which would also
Yeah,
do
but
it. Gun just took out the tunnel between between Atmosphere and Hydroponics, and now he's going after the shift. This is a great play by Gun to be able to take down some good assets. But the Marines have got to be careful here in Falls. Losing this phase gate is going to take away all their mobility.
Well, the Onos is now alone here. The Lurk's down. The Fade is forced off. This could be a huge play. The Onos is essentially trapped with cat-pack shotguns chasing after him.
Run! Grab your cat-packs, run!
Oh my gosh. They've got to cut him in Filt.
Yeah, they were not placed well, and that is exactly what they need to do. They need to get up here to Filt, cut off this corridor so he can't run through. But it doesn't look like they're going to get there in time as he rushes through. But Malga's got to be careful too, though, because he's low as well.
Yeah, he's got to risk himself here in order to save the Onos potentially. But it just took them too long to set that play up. Those Marines should have already been in filtration. With the Fade low, they knew they could have pushed up, but it just didn't happen. I guess the communication wasn't quite there.
2 arcs built down at lobby. I'm guessing we're going to see a big push into Atmosphere, and the arcs are going to roll into Hydro to do all the damage. Charge being started.
It looks like they're going to crush Falls here.
And it's the right move. The gates hasn't been healed. It's at 42%, but they've got the gate up and built now, so they're going to be able to come and defend this.
Absolutely. Sammy G on the flank here looking for an opening, but really everything's full there, so he's just going to get split off and taken down, leaving the gate a little bit open with only 3 Marines there to defend. Just 2 LMGs.
P1 coming in, trying to deal as much damage as he can. Good separation of Marines around here right now, and they're just going to be able to overwhelm these Marines and let Ancestral biobomb this gate down to finish it off.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Ulti doing some great dancing there actually against the Onos, but the problem I see here was that there weren't enough shotguns on the field. They've got so much P-res, but
well, you know,
they
they
need
had
more
some shotguns there, but the benefit was they separated them around that dome area there in Falls, and they were able to really kind of pick one at a time or just have the 2 on the opposite side of where the Onos was so that they couldn't do any damage to them.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was good positional play.
Gorge tunnel up in Falls goes down quickly as GODAR comes in to reinforce their position here. The Arcs have still not moved out down in the south, and the Onos is now going over to filtration, where Gun is waiting all alone. Malga coming in to do some damage as well. This is a tough situation for them to be in.
Absolutely. Filtration's definitely going to go down here. It would have been nice to see some sort of reverse pressure on that, pushing on Hydro to make them come all the way across the map with the Gorge Tunnel down. That could have been huge, but they just weren't in position for it, so they're going to take False Gate instead.
Ulti got
Hydro
a
was
great
definitely
meat
exposed
shot
there.
on Malga, and actually I'm surprised I would have taken the shot and then ran, but he tried to go after the Onos and the Gorge there, which just did not work very well for him in that situation. Again, now 3 Arcs, it looks like, possibly 4, and another one researching at the Robo, have not moved out. I think he's trying to look at really close to a one-shot kill.
Yeah,
with those
Golden is
Arcs.
trying to go for the killing blow on Hydroponics, but he has to keep in mind that those cysts are going to slow down those arcs so much. So Sammy G needs to do a good job and clear all those cysts all the way through analysis, so those arcs can quickly move up to analysis, hit the hive in Hydroponics, and turn this game around for them. Because that would knock out Umbra once they snipe the lurk, that would knock out so many upgrades for the aliens, and I'll be really interested to see how this arc push works, because as of right now the aliens have no idea, and it could be a huge play.
You know, one of the big things here that happened that was a big positive, and we got to be careful because we got double fades rolling through seeding right now, and I think they could be really close to coming down to the main base, but they're not going to. The other big play here was when they lost filtration initially with that phase gate, they took down those 2 harvesters of the aliens, which slowed the alien income so low that we're not sitting here going, oh god, they're going to have 2 Onos right now. No, they're really not in a position to have another higher life form out anytime soon.
No, they're not. All they have to do is defend against these life forms, force the mistakes, get the frags, and hold their gates until Golden builds up. Oh my gosh, Malga!
Oh, and God missed the
Give him a
shot!
cat pack! Oh!
Oh.
If Sammy G had a cat pack, he could have cut him. That
He was in like 3
close.
situations there where he was so close, and off go the arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is definitely a kill shot happening right there, and I hope to God they did not just get stuck in that corner. No, they were placed there.
Here we go. Like I said, they're clearing the cysts now, I think. Hopefully they'll clear all of them so the arcs can move up. But this arc push is about to happen at Hydroponics, and I don't think the aliens know about it yet. But they are crushing falls.
Yeah, they got to be really careful though, because if they lose falls, that's going to be still a win for the aliens, even with these arcs rolling up to Hydro. So they need to be careful about what they do here. I like the phase gate placement and analysis. I think that's actually a really good placement to be able to quickly defend those arcs should your team die at the engagement. And then I would honestly send 2, maybe 3 Marines up the left side right now to filtration and start pressuring.
This is about to get huge. These arcs are going to knock out this hive in 2 or 3, maybe 4 volleys.
2 volleys, 6 arcs, 2
volleys. Okay.
My numbers could be a little off. It might be 3, but I think 2 volleys is going to do it. And
Yeah, I know
Hyvel
they
is
did change their
just
fire
now
rate.
going to see the arc train rolling in. And I can only imagine what the Spanish words for "get the hell over here" right now are.
Those arcs are about to hit hard.
Would have loved to actually see like an armory block here in Bamboo Pass. Maybe something to help block the engagement that's about to come in. Hyvel working on the arcs. They've got to move up just a little bit closer to be deployed. And it looks like they're going to overwhelm the Marines here at analysis. And this whole arc play could have gone for naught. Look at that. They are too far away.
That hive is going to go down in, I think, 4 volleys. The 3rd's hitting now. The 4th should go off, and that's going to be a dead hive.
Boom.
Yep. So
But now
close.
they've lost that. I mean, that was
Oh, they
what,
could get B1 off of this. Oh, they don't quite.
60 in
He
there.
gets
They
away pretty
tried
low.
desperately to save that. They lose the phase gate, but they're still alive, which means they can place another one. And 1 arc left. Wob and Malga in here. But they've also got 45 res in the bank. So, I mean, they're not, in a bad spot for the aliens. Again, they're holding 4 res nodes.
Well, Hyvel just being quite daring the Marines to come in there and kill his hive. He just dropped right away. With 5 Marines there, That's a pretty ballsy play to drop a hive in their face. And if B1 gets sniped here, the lurk gets sniped. That's the end of the Umbra.
Yeah, but he's got enough to go back to being a lurk again if he wanted to. So there's not really any fear in that situation. So much Umbra, so much BioBomb, and everything else going on. He's trying to save those shotguns.
The lurk got
now.
sniped.
And yes, they did snipe the lurk. But again, now that he's beaconed, that means they're essentially going to be able to save this. And they're going to be able to get that lurk right back up. They finish off the arc, and now they're sending the team in the left side. And it looks like Malga's going to cut him off over here at Bamboo Pass.
Yeah, I mean, with the lurk sniper, it's Umbra down until that hive finishes. So that's pretty huge. They could easily kill the Onos at this point without the Umbra. But looks like the res control is starting to go towards the aliens. They're moving towards 5 harvesters. They'll have their life forms back up pretty quickly. Wob can lurk again, which he already has. So it's really going to come down to if they can finally get some life form frags here, because things are starting to get pretty much out of hand. Alcalde and Malga can refade.
Phase gate going up in falls. 5 harvesters now online. Hive being built in Hydro up to about 80%. And I just don't know what these Marines can really do at this point. They're in a tough situation because everybody can refade, relurk. They're close to having... I mean, I guess the one benefit is both their fades are the high-res players on the team. So the chance of them getting another Onos is kind of slim unless they pick one of these fades. Onos actually dipped his way into Marine Start with the help of Malga.
Yeah, you say that, Wasabi, but once the phase reach Onos res, there's highly likely they will just go Onos and have 3 Onos and just end the game.
Just go straight into Marine Start.
Yep, 3 Onos with Umbra, and you just gore everyone.
Yeah, and here we go, biomass being researched. So probably looking to get some more Onos upgrades potentially.
Yeah, he's restoring the upgrades that he lost with the last hive and potentially just taking a little bit further to the 6th biomass level. But it looks like he's grabbing his shift upgrades. Since he did keep his shade upgrades, he's actually kind of done... They kind of did the aliens a favor adding a 3rd tier of upgrades for them.
Triple gates up now as they've also secured platform. Aliens being chased, trying to put a little pinch there between this Gorge Fade trio with the Onos there, but didn't seem to really help them much. They're trying to resecure this map. 52 P-res now on the alien side. B1, not a great situation to be in. 3 shotgunners, rifle, lurk down, no Umbra. B1,
oh my gosh,
the bone wall.
Oh. Boy, do I hate to see that, but wow, that was clutch.
Oh, that bone wall was perfect.
That was absolutely great play, great positioning with the bone wall by Hival, but man, that Onos was toast otherwise.
Tough situation for the aliens as they're going to lose Agri Labs. Alcalde coming in trying to work on Alti. Icefelt also coming in with a shotgun. Both fades in here now. Wob back as Lurk. And B1 coming back
B1
as well.
Potentially overextending here. Oh, but he gets a really quick pick. The shotgun didn't have enough shells.
He's got Bone Shield now, so you know he's in a comfortable position to engage in a small, tight room like that and be able to use that shield to block damage and then go after him. Straight onto the gate. All the people coming through are rifles, except for Gun right there. Gun trying to do some damage, but there's just too many aliens in this room to deal damage, and they're going to finish off this gate.
That's another lurk down. That's 3 dead lurks from Wob in the past, like, 3 minutes. He's just getting unlucky diving on those shotguns and getting taken out. They have no Umbra now. They've lost Umbra multiple times now. Wob has really kind of been throwing away his lurks, unfortunately. So that's kind of a big win, even though that was just 1 life form kill. The lack of Umbra is really going to start allowing the Marines to possibly win more of these engagements.
Yeah, I mean, but he can egg drop at this point, can he?
Egg drops were actually removed in competitive mod.
Ah, so gone altogether. There we go. So yeah, so he's got to wait a while, especially with only 3 res nodes up. He does not have enough money to go anything. And Zestra would be their only hope of a fade. I mean, or of a lurk.
Correct.
And now Sammy G and Volk moving in here to filtration. Starting to work on this.
Under attack.
And so the damage starts happening. Wob going down saying, you're going to take my lurks? I'm going to kill you in your chair. There's no commander. It means no beacon. No one anywhere near a phase gate.
Man.
And the rest of the aliens are totally out of place as well. What a horrible situation. Oh, they
Wow,
could have
that
just
could have been a huge
completely
play.
owned right there.
Absolutely. Wob losing his lurk, but then quickly making a huge play by killing the commander. That was pretty excellent.
Bummer. Oh, everybody was out of place on that one. Oh, and that was unfortunate. Weapons 3 is now started for the Marines. And Zestriel actually choosing to go lurk aside from Gorge. So they are feeling that the Umbra is going to be more important in whatever engagement they do. B1 decided to move into Marine Star a little bit, but it's going to get chased down by Gunn and Volk and Mindas. Forced to go through falls. He'll be okay. Or maybe... yes. Maybe.
Marines were split up there, losing 2 of the 5 total in falls fairly quickly. This is probably going to go in favor of the aliens because Umbra is back up again, and Zestral with the emergency lurk, losing his gorge and going lurk. Wob still not enough to go lurk.
Yeah, and I think this is GG for the Marines, and they should really just GG at this point. There's not a whole lot they can do. The second, 60 res for Alcalde and Malga. At that point, it's kind of like, come on, guys. I think it's time to go. Oh, no, let's end this.
Absolutely. I mean, they're looking at the triple Onos of Doom here.
The
with
Tronos.
The Tronos, absolutely. So this engagement platform is really going to go south quickly here for the Marines. I mean, B1 almost dies, but it's not going to work out.
Now that bone shield, all he has to do is crouch down, and he's in a really good position at that point. They're going to take the phase gate. Well, it gets recycled. I mean, there's really nothing they can do here. They got weapons 3. I think they're looking for one big play here. They're sending everybody over to Hydro. Falls has just been dropped, which is not a big surprise at all.
Yeah, I mean, with the 3rd hive drop, they're sitting on 3 Onos, essentially, once the Fades decide to go Onos. This is just completely the aliens game now. The Marines have almost no way to come back unless the aliens just made a huge mistake over and over, which a team like I am just would not do.
Alright, so 4 Marines now making their way towards Hydro. Bone Wall going down every chance that Hivol gets. Essentially kind of trapping these Marines in tight areas for the Fades to come in and do some damage. Those shotguns are definitely keeping the Fades at bay, though, as they are on weapons 3 now. Trying to pick up some res and canopy. And in they go. 3 shotguns, 1 LMG. Direct into hydroponics, pushing the lurk out. Malga coming in from behind, picking off one of the LMGs or one of the shotguns, and then these lurks coming out of the woodworks with the Fades and the Skulk, and they're just doing damage left and right. Shotgun still up, taking them down left and right. I just don't see that winning.
Yeah, I mean, things are starting to get really rough here. We're looking at a 30-minute plus game. If you're fighting in a red room covered by Umbra aliens, it's just really hard to make those shots count and make a play here. Just the Marines are they're basically done. I mean, the 4th hive dropped in platform. It's just getting to the point of like, why don't the aliens just end it already? 73 P res now from Malga and Alcalde.
Which means they have more than enough to sustain their upgrades.
And there's the F4.
And there goes the GG. So that's going to take us 2-1 against GODAR for iMAGINE.
Valk spilling blood that round. Pretty good.